Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time hopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family, is always thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love, blessings, love, and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have, been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive. Come back to the content of my video, or you tell me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the video just gives you good vibes or uplift that you truly needed, that another Heyoka may need, or empath may need, even if it's like spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give you a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The video I'm doing right now is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, the trials that you're facing is letting you know you don't want your welcome out in your old cycle, your old chapter of your life. There's so many different things that are taking place where karma is just unfolding in so many different ways. And there could be different times where, we allowed ourselves to put ourselves on the back burner. And I tell this a lot. Well, I say this a lot because a lot of times, whatever we're lacking, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, universe and God will place us in certain situations where we need to recognize where the change needs to take place at. And a lot of times, you be placing certain things into your life, and universe will send so many different contact clues. It's like, hey, trust the process, allow yourself to, take risk, allow yourself to do something that, that you really truly enjoy doing. And there's a lot of people that I've talked to where I have different situations where if you are like going through a spiritual awakening, it will make you feel, you will look at life all different. It'll make life all different. So as you go through that, it's hard for you to work a normal job. There'll be different things will take place in your life where universe is showing you, look, I got something so much better for you. Can you just go to the left and trust what I'm telling you to go to the left when all your vibration is going straight to the right and it ain't taking you nowhere. Now, right ain't right for you. And they're trying to make you go the other way. And there's a lot of times where people are like, Roz, I'm trying to do this and this and this and that. And every time I turn around, I go to work, I'm getting written up. I'm being, they're telling me I'm being subordinate, and it'll be certain things that you'll be blamed for that you didn't even do. Or it could be you're that type of worker that always goes in, and then the one time that you take off, and mind you, when you're the one going in, there's so many people just lollygagging around, doing whatever they want to do, like they run the place. And then one day, you're like, look, I've been going in for like 3 weeks straight, going close to a month and a side or two. Let me go ahead and relax today. Then all of a sudden, what you doing? Where you been? It's like, you can't be doing that, and all these different things are taking place. And you're really trying to understand, what's going on in my life? Why are these things happening for me? Why are these things taking place in my life to where it just feels like all hell is breaking loose? And universe will show you, because right now you're going through, you're going through different situations where it just feel like all hell breaking loose in your life in so many different directions. And a lot of times God and universe will place heat up under you because they know if we don't do that, you ain't gonna never move. There's a lot of times where you are not happy where you're at. You're not happy in a relationship. You're not happy on the path that you chose to take. And a lot of times, universe has something so good in store for you. A lot of times it falls in line with the gifts that you hold, or gifts that you hold that you didn't know about, that shows you those different things. And getting to know yourself on a whole new level, basically what it is, because right now you probably get so many different signs right now is that your higher self is skipping timelines, and they're like, come on, I need you to catch up. Wait a minute, I'm not done. I don't know if I'm ready yet. Like, trust the process, move, and there's all these different things that we want to do. And I won't lie, I'll keep it real 100. very transparent. A lot of times we fear what we don't see around that corner. We don't know if we got what it takes to apply our lives towards something we ain't never invested in. And a lot of times we don't realize those different directions we're being taken in is going to be an infinite blessing for you that you never knew you had. And there's so many different things where I see my life has changed through my truth. It hasn't been easy, but then it allowed me to really just look at my life in general in such a different way. There's a lot of times you can be heavy in your emotions and just wondering why it feels like God has left you. God is ignoring you. He is, he's not answering your prayers. He done forgot, and he overlooking you. You're seeing all these people get their blessings and stuff like that. And it's like, we're really trying to get you there. And a lot of times it's just like the way, sometimes it's hard for us to take like corrective criticism. I'm like that. I'm like that. I ain't even gonna lie. So there's a lot of times you can't keep preaching to the choir. You can't force feed somebody else, what you're doing, and you choking on it yourself. That's a hypocrite. And I had to work on that. I really had to work on that, because there are a lot of times I'll make some videos that I've been guided to do, and I ain't even gonna lie, it was God, like his little direct way of showing me what I was going to end up going through. And there's a lot of different, my soul family come up to like, Roslynn, I be dead. You'll drop a video, there'll be something that is going on in my life that's resonating with that on a heavy site. But next thing you know, it'll be something that you went through, you ain't yet gone through, and you may watch the video and you find it interesting, and bam, you're already going through it. And these are the things they want us to really nurture ourselves. What we're going through is not easy. It's not for the weak at heart. It's not. There's a lot of times that if you're in a situation, it doesn't matter if it's a job, in a relationship, the connection of people that you're dealing with, no matter who they are, including family. If it's draining you, or you have to tiptoe, walk on eggshells around certain people, you have to mute your voice, but you have to listen to everybody else, but nobody want to hear you. Those are those times where, time is coming about to change. I'm like, me feel like daggone Sam Cooke right now. And there's so many different things that are taking place. We can face a lot of things, and it can be very heavy at times. You be ready to just slap the mess out of daggone universe when they tell you, be patient. And now, I don't know if anybody else, I've been getting it. It's just like certain things. It's like universe speaks to us in many ways, different synchronicities, through other people, through posts, through movies. You walking in on somebody else's conversation, it'll just, you'll end up hearing something like that. It'll pertain to what you're doing, or even music. I know it was like what, and it's just like I'm a 77 baby. I got things with sevens. So it was like a lot of different songs that's been projecting to me in a good way, where it just over emotions is coming up. The song, I'm very versatile. I listen to, I don't know if you want to just call it rock, or it's not heavy. Well, I listen to some heavy metal at times too. It runs in the family, but different things that I love to listen to that catches my eye, and it just, it could be like I can listen to Slipknot, certain songs, like especially from the Queen of the Damn soundtrack. That was my favorite soundtrack. And people are like, God, dog, Roslynn, because they assume me for 1 minute, and then next thing they're coming in here, I could be blasting in my room. My exes, some people were like, girl, you conjuring demons? No, if they do, you probably already know them. But no cat to believe that. It's like, but different stuff like that. But Cyndi Lauper came in my head. And I love Cyndi Lauper, like Time After Time, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. But the song was like True Colors. I was watching this video and I kept on hearing the song True Colors. And I listened to it. When I tell you, it put a lump in my throat. It was like, wow. Or the song, what is the name? Phil Collins, in Air Tonight, or whatever they want to call it, and different things. Or Guns N' Roses. I used to love listening to, matter of fact, my hair kind of remind me of that, it was like Patience. I love that song back in the day. But different things is, assisting you through that power of infinite change. You know, a lot of times karma will put you in different things where you know you have to lose. They'll have you around people that will dog you out. Dog you out. Don't sit up here and be trying to, I would be that person. It's not like, I'm scared for my voice to be heard. It's not even about that, but it's just like, you know what, I got to deal with something like this and I ain't trying to catch a case. So before I bust your head to the white meat, I'm gonna just go ahead and just stay quiet. And a lot of times it's like, you don't have to be arguing like that, because it's just like, you need to be able to speak your truth. A lot of times people want you to be selective, because it hurts their feelings when you speak truth. From people that get very comfortable dictating to you, and they want to ignore you when you tell them about themselves. You have to allow yourself to know there are going to be people that are in your life that are going to try to gaslight you in every way. Don't allow yourself to lower your expectations to entertain that. Because a lot of times frequency wants to respond. But if you're not at that level anymore, just allow yourself to know before you start arguing, is this going to be worth your time? Because sometimes when you feel like, oh, I should be able to tell my piece. I should be able to be honest with this person. But you have to understand, if you're dealing with a problematic person that is a narcissist, just allow yourself, when they trying to, because they'll do that thing where they're trying to gaslight you, or they'll make you look like you're the bad guy, different things like that. Or if they feel like they need to go ahead and plug into that, to that exterior validation, they'll try to, throw in a cold stone at you, or do a little insult, do different things like that, because they're needing they need a hit of reality, their reality. For things. And those are the different things that's going to take place into your life. I look at a lot of things that has happened to me where I allowed myself to be intimidated by other people's projection, or I felt like for me to be important, I had to be around a lot of people. Or there'll be different times that people would show me any kind of way that they were not my friend, but just for me being lonely like that, I chose to connect to something wasn't even worth my time. It was very detrimental to my health, and it took me a lot that, I was that type of person that I went all the way out for certain people that, even though I didn't ask nothing in return, all I ask is you to be that friend, just in case if I get in a situation like that, I want you to be there for me. I'm not saying you got to do this for me. You ain't got to do that. But if you see me in that struggle, I want you to be there for me like I was for you. And there's a lot of times that came along in my life that I felt that. I still go through it from time to time. And it was just like when I went through my truth, it was very, traumatizing to me in every way, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all those different things. And, I had to learn a great deal about myself, about other people that I felt like I loved, people that didn't love me, different things that has taken place that will gain you through your essence of power. A lot of times we stay in a certain sequence for so long because that's what we're comfortable to. That's what we became accustomed with. Because I look around here and it's like, get out your comfort zone. There is nothing about this zone that gives me daggone comfort. Because if it was my case, I would have been gone a long time ago. But the situations is the universe will show you different signs where it's time for you to move on. And there's a lot of times you connect with people. I done met a whole different thing of where things are taking place in my life, and I'm just like, wow. I didn't understand if these things were going to take place. I didn't understand why certain things are happening the way it is. Me being that person that bend over backwards for somebody, they don't mind, stabbing me in the back when they had a chance to, and then now, and a lot of times, I had to work on not allowing my experiences to make me bitter, and that was not easy to do because there's times I wanted to go ahead and it was saying it is, it's like, but you go back and forth with different things that you waste your energy on. And there's times I had to recognize, like, sweetie, you really wasting your energy. Even though you want your truth to be heard, some people just get accustomed, even though they know what you talk about, they're going to act like they're seeing an issue with that. And that's when that time comes where you have to constantly repeat to yourself, hey, I don't like it when you do that to me. Hey, can you please stop talking to me like that? Can you please stop, violating my boundaries? Because you'll be around people that you place a boundary up and all of a sudden they get upset because you place a boundary, or if I have a conversation with somebody, I'll tell them real quick, I'm not talking at you. I'm not even arguing at you, but I'm going to make my statement bold, whether you like it or not. And I'll be truthful about it. And then some people want to get petty. Either going to be Tom Petty, Nikki Petty, Petty, whatever. Petty the Bell. One of those different things. And those are the times I had to really allow myself to say what I mean, be assertive with it, but it ain't got to keep going. Don't let it be that thing where you're going to allow somebody to push your buttons. Because a lot of times people will say and do things to push your buttons. And it's just like at that time, you deserve peace in your life, regardless of what goes on around you. You deserve that. You deserve that. These are your times where they're really telling you to be bold. And times as in human vibes, we stay focused more on what is taking place in our lives. Like with those situations, you can just like, I appreciate those hard. It showed me where my strength is. I said that just in my last video. A lot of times those things take place in our lives to really see where your determination is. And a lot of times when you're facing things that you just know you passed tired of dealing with, you can use that as that vocal force to be able to say, nope, nope, I'm focused on not allowing these things to keep in my life. The only thing we have control over when it comes to, our essence, mind, body, soul, spirit, whatever, is how you look at things, how you respond to things, how you observe things. Because a lot of times I would be in situations where I didn't even realize I was absorbing instead of just observing. A lot of times I'll find myself aggravated because I didn't realize I was taking on somebody else's projections, other people's, densities. No, this is at that time where you're being shown through every sequence that you're going through. We're connecting with people. You're connecting with people, and it could be one of those 1-2 outs. You're like, dang, I had somebody in my life and we really are compatible, or we both have so much in common. And a lot of times universe will let us meet those type of people to show us what we may be overlooking within ourselves. And that doesn't have to be bad and doesn't have to be good. But these are the things that we learn through every day, what we're learning from. And those are the times, like, it can even feel really lonely. But those are the times that it's just like they misunderstand me. They just don't get me. Or if I try to say something, they're looking at me like I'm crazy. You have to understand, some folks are that's their main goal, to stay oppressed and sleep, because ignorance is bliss to a lot of people. Because if it's not something they can hear, taste, touch, or smell, they don't want to believe that it exists. And because it's been stuck in their ways for so long. But you can't be that way. If you are an empath, Heyoka, whatever line of spiritual beings that you are strongly connected with, you cannot do that. Regardless on how long you've been digesting that type of vibration for so long, you just can't continue to do that. And those are the things that they're showing us within our lives. And a lot of times, the universe can be brutally daggone honest with you. And sometimes it be feeling like they're contradicting themselves. Like, oh, go ahead and treat yourself. Do something good for yourself. Now, if you sit up here looking at, a shirt or, a hairstyle or a car or something, hey, you're focused too much on the material needs. And it's just like, okay, so what are you doing? Why are you telling me about this? Because it's just the fact is they want you to be able to treat yourself, because you deserve that. If you got a job, whatever, they always tell you, put a couple of dollars aside. So, if you want to go to the spa, want to get your nails done, you want to get your hair done, or even take yourself out to eat or a movie. A lot of times I'm like, man, it made me feel weird if I got to go out to a movie by myself. I ain't used to that. It made me feel like I'm depressing. But you have to learn how to be your own best friend at times. Because, there'll be periods when you are like really to yourself, or different things where they're telling you have to be careful about what you speak on. Especially if there's certain things that universe is guiding you towards to really give birth to something big, give birth to something that is not, it's going to be a blessing that is going to carry, and they always tell you, move in silence. I tell people I had to learn from the hard way. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand's doing. There's two things you have to do when you're trying to get ahead in life. Don't give out any information. Okay, what's the second one? Don't give out any information. You ain't be doing it. Allow people to assume what they think they know. Because a lot of times, whatever you have going on in your life or whatever it may come into a connection with, you never know how God works. You never know how, universe works. There's a lot of people that don't want to see you shine. There's a lot of people that are waiting for you to fall on your face and you can't get back up. So those are the things, it's good for you to be able to be happy, because I had to learn that the hard way as well. It's good for you to be happy and be happy that you're, that you're accomplishing something. And a lot of times people will feel that as a thorn in their side, like you're trying to rub something in their face, or you're trying to brag. And there'll just be a lot of things, and there's some people that are out there like that. I've had that frequently. Me and my boldness, I'll just sit up here and say, oh, that pissed you off, didn't it? I add that little extra shade. I got shade like that, and I used to carry it very well. It's on my good side. But those are the things that, you can't, there's people like that. Anytime if they have a low self-esteem, anything that you could be doing. When I used to smoke cigarettes and be really, really stressed out and didn't want to ask anybody for a cigarette or whatever, I go on a walk and just say, for example, I found, a pack. I'm like, oh my God, and they were like, hey, look, I just got, I found these, I just found these right here, laying on the grass or something like that. And then that person get mad. I'm like, damn, over a pack of cigarettes? Really? Are you really that damn low self-esteem? And there's some folks that don't go, their self-esteem go right from the sidewalk to the daggone street. And a lot of times, it's short. I'm in the South, so it's called short, and those things don't have nothing to do with you, but it's just like, you have to understand, you'll know by different things on how people move with you, on how you intimidate them. You already a walking trigger with a lot of folks that just, they don't like, why? You can come in here, hey, good morning, God bless. And I'm like, she can't call out. Why is he here? And it'll be like that. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's just more about what they're going through, and these are the things they're telling you. Don't sit up here and accommodate foolery of folks being fake, because a lot of times folk just want, people want to be able to know your business. They want to be able to, they bring a bone so they can carry one back. Because a lot of times they want to get to know you. So later on, when you're not looking, they can talk about you, and I learned from different things in my life, how I put trust in the wrong folks. I really did. I put trust in the wrong folks. Felt like I can be vulnerable, with family, when family used that vulnerability to cripple me. And then I had to be able to be that one that you have to be bold and walk on your own. There's a lot of times people will turn their back on you as quick as they, even after you supported them. That's where universe is telling you, a lot of times you don't need those people to survive. Even when folks are showing you how much they don't love you, you place that extra energy from what they're lacking to give you, and you place that inside yourself. Because when we love ourselves, there's just certain things you're not going to entertain. And I look at a lot of things where I used to get aggravated because it felt like, why aren't things changing? I'm so ready to get out of this daggone chapter of my life. I already feel like I'm about to be sitting up here wearing an extra couple of numbers, and I'm not wanting the orange to be a new black on me if I have to keep on dealing with ignorant acting punks. And it would be like that. And this is that time where it's like, a lot of times you don't know those chapters done changed you in so many ways. But a lot of times we stay focused on the wrong thing, because I see how different things I used to cater to, or different things that I used to, that used to turn me on and stuff like that. Or the things that, people would do to others be hurtful. I used to think it was a joke. Now, when I see it, I'm like, that's not cute. I cringe for people like that. Even if it's somebody, they'll probably don't talk bad about me. I'm a cringe for you, because that's not cute. There's some people out there will brag about the depression you don't put on somebody. Look at them. They done lost all this weight since you're stressing with me. Look how they looking. Or you done seen how that girl done got big. She done gained an extra heart. look how I did her. That's what insecure people do. There's nothing attractive or cute about how you done sit up here and emotionally damage somebody. I was just that type of person. I would do it, but I'll be honest. I don't have time for gaslighting. I don't want you to assume anything. I don't want you to assume anything. Just like if somebody's trying to holler at me, I'm not going to. I was like, there's somebody out here for everybody, but it's just not me. And I'll be real quick. I'm like, damn, Roslynn, I don't want you to even assume that you have an inkling of hope. I'm just saving myself. I just tell people I'm just saving myself. My life is too complicated. I don't have time for something like that. I don't need nobody to fill a void for me that I need to be facing myself. And a lot of times I would do that. I play that K. Michelle situation. I love her music, but it always make me feel like her. She had a song talking about I get another one to get over the other one. And I tell people that is not good, because you're taking a whole old baggage into a new cycle that you should have left in that old cycle. And until you heal from that one, you're going to have that same issue with every person that you date. It's going to be, the same devil, but different face. Same situation with a different race. It's going to be like that. And these are those terms where they're showing you where the healing needs to take place at, where they're showing you what truths you need to stop overlooking. Give yourself that confidence that you got what it takes to overcome what is an issue for you. And those things are not easy to do. And there's every day where I've said, God, I don't know if I can keep making it. It feels so unfair about what people keep doing that you ain't said nothing about yet. And it's just like I had to get off my high horse and watch who the hell I was talking to first. It made me feel like my father was my mama for a minute. You need to stop paying attention to what folks are doing that went out their way to hurt you, because God handling them every day. God been on them. That's the reason why they mess with you so much, because they see that with you. And they don't want you to discover those things that you have instilled in you. I even see the low self-esteem folks. You really got something good in your life, but you're going about it the wrong way, because there's people in the world and there's people in your life, and there's probably some within you, because a lot of times we try to understand, why do we attract toxic people? Why do we attract narcissists? Why do we sit up here and attract sociopaths and sadists and masochism and all this other stuff? Because there's a line of vibration that we can truly connect with on our own vibes. I have mommy and daddy issues. I fed through having relations to be wanted, knowing that was very dangerous. You adding more into your life, and let alone the stuff that they came out here with, stuff that they, you catching a package, and the package to keep on giving. A lot of times folks will catch something that would be reality check if it's able to be cured, and other folks is walking around with that and still trying to move through life. Folks will sit up here and want to have some kind of connection with other bodies when you need to be with your body by yourself. And I'm not talking about self-pleasuring, but self-healing, all those things, and I had to learn so much from all the pain I have felt in my life that I never thought I could be able to get over. There was a lot of things that I had to accept, but allow myself to accept and leave that at God's feet, because it's already being handled. A lot of times we feel like we're not getting out of our situation. Why does it seem like everybody's getting blessings except me? And you are your own blessing. You are your own blessing. I've seen how my pain in my life, my trauma in my life, my violation that was placed in my life has really changed me for a better. It just took me a minute to realize that. It really do. And, and it's just like when you start realizing that, you're going to have a lot of scared folks around you, because they do everything they possibly can to make sure you don't discover that in you. You are hated because of the stuff that you carry, because they see when no matter what goes on in your life, you still try to get up. You still try to move, even when you're going through your own stuff. A lot of times you just keep to yourself, and that's nothing wrong with that. I tell people real quick, I keep to myself. There's sometimes I don't even want to be bothered, and I tell people real quick, it's not that I don't want to deal with you, but right now I'm needing all my attention from me. I can get with you when I can get myself right. Because I'll tell you, I'll have you walking off on something that and I'm going to have to sit up here and be repenting for years and years to go. Because I tell people real quick, if I'm not right with myself, if I'm not aligned with the power of my higher self, I cannot help you because I'm not even helping me at that time. And that's what it needs. Because a lot of time with us being empaths, we have an issue with saying no. Or we allow people to come over on our boundaries. People start getting mad at you when you have boundaries because that boundary is letting them know that they can't sit up here and manipulate you the way they continued to do before. And you can be very hated for that. You know, when people see that you are trying to ascend, they will do any and everything to try to distract you from that. And that's where it's showing you where that fear lies at. They'll laugh at you and, you know, laugh like, you think you could do that? It's like, oh, nothing, you know, and they'll do that. And knowing good and well, hell, you have that motivation, that determination to go further than you can ever imagine. You know, you do have it. You know, and that's the reason why there's so many people who try to come in your life and doubt that, discard that. Because you have that destiny that takes off what you need to take. And that's just how we end up connecting with the higher blessing that we never seen coming, because we're allowing ourselves to be uncomfortable with moving forward. We're allowing ourselves to soak in that truth so we can heal and be held accountable, be responsible. You know, it's easy to give up. It's easy for pointing the finger at somebody, you know, because I had to allow myself to say, yes, there's a lot of altering, deception, lies, and manipulation that went on, and a couple other things. You can't keep saying that. Like, yeah, they did that. But that situation that you were placed in had meaning. It had purpose. It had pauses and causes, you know? And when you're going through stuff, that it is like universe, God, ancestor, deities, the collected ones, the daggone thunder beings, they had that. I need her right there, or I need him right there. You know, that one, he got that energy that is just lighting up, that has a whole caution sign on it, that you got to stand 1,000,000 feet away. Because if that one get correct and select with themselves, it's gonna be it. It's gonna be a wrap. You know, or I see that fire in her. You know, I seen how many times she done got down, but it never let her phase that. She still got back up. Even if she broke a leg, she hobbling, but she still got back up. And that's the reason why we go through stuff like that. Because they know that drive you have. You know, the spiritual beings, like, shoot, you couldn't even tell us nothing, because we had like 1,000,000 and some daggone attributes, you know, all these other things that was hidden and not hidden within ourselves. But the clue was for us to be able to change the world today, to create a new one, a better one. You had to go through the worst of the worst and transform all that. And then a lot of people, they go through some gutter stuff just for you to be that walking inspiration of many blessings that you are. That if I can do it, so can you. I got this scar, and I'm gonna show you how I healed that scar. I've been vulnerable, so that shows you can be vulnerable too. If you cry, you want to give up, that's okay. People gonna mock you, that's okay. But it's just the fact is, you got that soul and ain't even all that. Nah, I can get up. Come on, you don't press pause for the cause a little bit too much. Come on, we got something to do. You know, even when you get mad at yourself, you get mad about your surroundings, mad how things is going against you. Because God will make you mad, like he, you know, and God will do that. He said, that's the reason why I made you mad, because I already knew you were going to get up and do it anyway. I already knew what you were going to do before you did it. That's why I place folks in your life like that, because either you're going to allow yourself to bow down to them, or you're going to allow yourself to bow down to me. You know, them ain't going to get you nowhere. Me, I can take you places you ain't never been before. I'll have you in buildings and in different departments that you weren't even qualified for. People know your name in places where you knew your real name at. You know, they are making changes in your life. And a lot of times it is just like, you have to understand, when blessings is coming, folks is going to act. Stuff is just going to get real crazy with you, to where it makes you feel like, what am I doing? Why am I out of alignment? You know, God told me this, God told me that. You be walking around paranoid as I don't know what, just so you make sure you ain't disturbing what God got for you. But a lot of times he will place us in confusion just to see, are you ready for what I'm about to offer you? Because it's more than what you asked for. You know, because it's not going to come easy for you, because he got a title with you that cannot be matched. You are your secret weapon. No matter how much people try to alter you, mimic you, do whatever, be a carbon copy, they can't be you. You are your weapon. You are your destiny of every destiny. You know, you are that power. You that sword, you know, the sword in the daggone stone. You are that. You know, and there's a lot of different things that's going on in the world where people feel like you can't change. Ain't nothing good gonna come out of stuff like that. Yeah, it's easy for you to do the stuff that you're doing out here. You know, we bowing down to false prophets and stuff like that, walking around in the world and all this stuff. And they use your exact purpose to bring about a change that you're going to project it as possible. But it has to be that thing that, you know, it's not going to be easy to reach that pinnacle. It's not. It's not going to be easy to rise above things that just rip the rug from you. It wasn't meant to be, because it just seems like, you know, there's some people in this world that catch blessings left and right. They ain't really had to push for it, but you different. Don't get jealous of that person because you don't know what that person did. You're different. Because when I give you this blessing, when I truly give you this blessing, this is what God's telling us. When I truly give you this blessing, I guarantee you this. You are not going to place yourself in situations where it's going to make me snatch it back. You ain't going to place yourself in easy, laid back, like, oh, yeah, I got that. I'm comfortable. I ain't trying to do nothing else. No, the heck, you don't want to do that, because God will bless you and God will straight snatch it away if he feel like you are not appreciating what he did. You say, even give gratitude. And sometimes it's hard for me to give gratitude because I face so many different things that people have put on me. Or I had to face different things because the devil knew what kind of stuff that I was going through. He tried to sit up here and respond to me on my pain when I wasn't even speaking that frequency anymore. I had to allow myself to stop. You are not translating that. You translate through power. You project through your power. Stop moving forward in weakness. We didn't build you up like that. That's not what you do. Allow them to do that. They're okay with being. You're epic while you sit up here connecting with basic. You can't do that. You can't sit up here and talk to a caterpillar when you sit up here in butterfly language. You just can't do that. But they can take notes from you, though. You know, you have to understand your enemies and your haters think you're the best. That's the reason why they keep trying you like that. But allow yourself to glow and allow yourself to flow. It don't apply, let it fly. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I would love to give a post notification shout out to John Caps. Much love to you. Welcome to the fam. Alex J. Much love to you. Welcome to the fam. As well as Bar Minimum. Welcome to the fam. And Samara Marrera, STO. Much love to you as well. If you are not busy in the next, let me see what time. In the next hour and probably what 15 minutes. Yeah, hour and 15 minutes. I will be having Heyoka live chat and vibe, you know, just talking about different things that's going on that may be affecting us and all that. And I leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking, you know, being able, there's a lot of different people that come to me and tell me different things that are going on, or they look for my input or just need assistance. And I'll try my best to be able to help you out the best way I can. I know there's, in case this person is watching this video, I seen that you had your email, and as soon as I get finished with all this stuff, I will make sure I hit you right back. But whatever, it's just when we connect me on one-on-one, a lot of times people don't feel comfortable with speaking, you know, in a public about things that they rather feel comfortable about, you know, private, which I totally get. Whatever you ask me about or whatever you're needing my assistance on, it is straight confidential. You know, whatever happens is what it happens there. And if I can't tell you from experience or plugging into, you know, creator and source and God and universe, I'll try to find it on the internet to give you that deeper, you know, understanding about your purpose as well as your mission. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Share, give a thumbs up. It'll truly be appreciated. Whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, I ask God for assistance to make sure you can get something that you've never seen coming, and it'll come quicker than you ever expected it. Even through, social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, power, love, light, power. positivity, just to uplift somebody with their words and frequencies and vibes. You never know. All those things really take somebody a long way. You'll see me on the next video. Much love to you. Peace.